what did you see that was like, okay, because you say you implement it at home now. So
Mhm.
Montessori is your thing. Tell us more about Montessori for those who for the listeners who are not familiar with Montessori.
Yeah, as you said, Montessori is really child-led, following the child. And that is what like what I really gravitated towards. Like when I was thinking of becoming a teacher, I come from a family of Montessori teachers. So my husband's side of the family, my mother-in-law, his aunts, cousins, so many Montessori. And so that's how I first got acquainted. And I just fell in love with the philosophy, and it really aligns with, again, respecting where the child is, meeting where they are at, and really honoring the child. And that doesn't, and I think like oftentimes like people think like Montessori is like so much freedom. You just let the child do whatever and they'll just figure it out. And it's not. Within the freedom, there is structure, there is limits. And so each child really gets this very individualized opportunity to learn and to grow. And that's what I love about it. And I loved, in the classroom, spending all that time with the children, seeing them grow, seeing how each person and each little child is where they're at with their own personality, and not having that pressure to, when you're I feel like in a public school setting with the standardized testing, like all the children have to be at this level by this age, not having to,
Right.
really abide by those sort of criteria. And I loved that. And so when we decided to do homeschooling, at first I was like, maybe I need to look into other types of, homeschooling. But then I was like, I've literally gone to grad school for this. I have these teaching manuals sitting there staring at me. I was like, I can do this at home. And I'm telling you, Jay, I think I've learned and I've been able to implement more of Montessori at home than I was in the classroom. As crazy as that might sound, because I feel like, again, there is no morning rush. We can get up, we
Mhm.
can take the day as it is. If there are times where he needs, like today's just not going to be an academic day, okay, we can do that. Like we can take an off day where let's just play. But when you're in a classroom setting, it's hard to do that because you are at the end of the day having to manage 20 something children. So I can't just do an off day sometimes just for one or two children. I still gotta teach. We still gotta get
Right.
things moving and rolling. And so I've really seen so much of his strengths and his curiosity and things that he gravitates towards come out now that he is at home and he has that freedom, and there are no external pressures. Like I don't have the external pressure of, say, like lot of teachers they face, like from parents being like, hey, what is my child doing in your classroom? Or the admin, or there is none of that at home. I am the admin, I am the parent, I am
Right. All of
everything,
it.
all of it, which has its cons as well. But it's just been so beautiful to see that growth, that really spontaneity that I Montessori is also like encourages with children, see that really emerge. And I'm not gonna lie, there are moments where I will freak out and be like, oh my God, is he even on the right track? Why, like, am I doing it right? I must be messing him up. But
Mhm.
it's just he shows me again and again that, hey, like, we got this. I'm on
Like we're
the right
good.
path. We're good. Like, even if today I don't want to learn, tomorrow I'll pick up a book and he'll be like, okay, let's start. Let's do this. So it's just I just love it. And I also do like a little pod in my home on the weekdays. So
Oh,
Tuesdays and
nice.
Wednesdays where I have one other child come to me, and they're also homeschoolers, and I supplement their education because I am a teacher. And so just seeing them grow together. I mean, both of them are in different like stages of their learning and their growth, but seeing them work together, seeing now my child emerge as the leader in his
Yes.
skills and his abilities because he's a little older. And that's what the Montessori environment, the classroom encourages, like the mixed stage classroom. I can't do that in that capacity because I'm not a school. But just in a pod setting, just to see those things emerge and see it like, wow, no, this can happen also at home. has been such a breath of fresh air.
Nice. Yeah, I didn't even think Montessori classrooms got up that high. So they do get up in the 20s. Like it's a
Yeah,
lot
yeah,
of
yeah.
it's a lot
Yeah,
of
26, I had 26 children in my classroom, and these were for the little ones. In his classroom, it was 27, so it was just
yeah.
yeah, so it was just like and ideally, it's just there's a like, because of the mixed age classrooms, you have the older children guiding the younger children. That's the philosophy behind it. And I think that, it takes a while, especially for a school to get established in that way. So I think it can be possible. But I feel like just the school settings that my son was in, they were still newer schools. The school was
Mhm.
still trying to find their footing and their grounding, that I just felt like I feel like he was just falling through the cracks, and
Yeah.
I just needed to give more one-on-one attention to him because that's what I was seeing he required. And it goes back to, again, like, our relationship was beginning to sour, and I was like, "There's something not right here." So I felt the
Mhm.
need to do what was right for us as a family, and this is what works for us.
Nice.